Hey YouTube, Dark got back again a couple days after the Oscars, and just checking to see how my picks did. I picked Mahershala Ali to win, which he did, which I was extremely happy about. I think he was amazing in the role. For supporting actress, I picked Viola Davis, who also won. I was glad both of them won. They both were really good in the roles that they played. I wouldn't have been shocked though if Michelle Williams won. She seemed to have like a late strong push that would have helped her, I think, but I just think Viola Davis was just too far in. For Best Actress, Emma Stone, which part of me thinks that was the safe pick, the safe bet, I guess. And I mean, she was good in it, but it didn't do anything crazy for me. I would like to see somebody else win, I think. And then Best Actor, I was kind of shocked they gave it to Casey Affleck. I thought after a strong push that it was going to go to Denzel, but oddly enough, Casey Affleck won, which he was good in it. I mean, I'm not going to lie. And then, of course, director went to Damien Chazelle, which I thought it would because of the scenes that were picked out that were really good in La La Land. Like, I don't think the whole movie was good, but there's a lot of scenes that, when pulled by themselves, are really, really good scenes. And then, of course, Best Picture went to La La Land, or so we thought. And when I heard it, I was annoyed that La La Land won. I actually turned my broadcast off, or turned my TV off, and went to sleep. And the next morning I wake up, and lo and behold, Moonlight won. So I was glad Moonlight won. I think that was the best picture out of all 9 nominees. And it sucked for La La Land. I mean, getting up there, giving those speeches, and then find out that they didn't win. But they actually they took it really good. The producer, I mean, he took it really, really good. I mean, I would have been pissed if that was me. And then it sucked also for Moonlight, because in Moonlight had less time to come up there and do their spiel. And, you know, they're kind of in a predicament where you got to get one group off the stage, bring another group up on the stage. But anyway, that's not the gist of this video. This video is actually the March Fire Block opening. Came in yesterday, opening it up today, see what we got. Hopefully something good, hopefully better than last month. Last month was a down one. I don't know if you can see at the bottom of the camera, the top of the horror block from last month is still sitting there. So let's see, right up top of the bat, what am I grabbing? I have Penny Dreadful from Showtime. It's a show I want to watch. I just never get around to watching. I watch too much TV as is. And this is a scorpion pendant. Or I guess it's a keychain. It looks like a pendant. That's actually pretty cool looking. The scorpion in set in the I guess crystal stone, whatever it is. That's pretty cool. I don't think I'd ever use it, but that's actually really cool looking. Maybe if I was a fan of the show, I would dig it more. I think it's cool, like the scorpion in there. I don't know what correlation it has to Penny Dreadful. Like I said, I don't watch the show, so not exactly sure. Put that right there. Well, feels like a DVD. What do we got? Silent Retreat. The rules are simple. Following an assault charge, Janie Andrews is sent to a remote rehabilitation center in order to avoid jail time. Run by an ominous doctor and his 2 sons, Janie's instructed to follow the rules of the retreat without question. No talking, no eye contact, no interaction of any kind. It doesn't take long for her to realize that something sinister is taking place with the help of a fellow inmate named Alexis. The girls attempt to flee. However, despite the doctor's deplorable motive, Janie soon discovers that something much more dangerous lurks just beyond the trees. Looks like it's from about 2-3 years ago. A couple festival wins here: After Dark Film Festival or Nocturna Film Festival out of Madrid. I believe I remember hearing about this movie. I don't really think I ever saw a trailer or anything. DVD though. Looks like it's very bare bones, but definitely worth a check. See what it's like. I'll check it out in a review for you guys. See if it's any good. What is this? I feel the magazine, but I don't want to grab that yet. Grab what's underneath it. Actually, that's not the magazine. What is this? Vault of the Macabre. Dare to enter. Oh wow, it's a little. It's a poetry book, but I guess like horror film fueled poetry. These poems are a toxic miasma. Their sickly wit mingled with brutal horrors, inviting a smile one moment and revulsion the next. Darren wears his familiarity with horrific fiction on his sleeve. That's pretty cool. Oh, the back of the book's written by Clive Barker, giving him a little shout out, I guess. Let's see. Let's pick one at random and a small one, short one, and read it and see what it's like. See how good it is. Man, these are really that short. You know what? Maybe I'm not going to read one because these are all pretty decently long. That's kind of a letdown, I guess. Not that I have a good poetry voice. But actually, that's pretty cool, though. A little book of horror poems. Here's one. Preston Parker was a curious fellow. His face was blue and his eyes were yellow. His arms swayed in front and his legs dragged behind, and he walked with a limp in circles at times. His jawbone was loose and his spine broken too, his elbows exposed and no toes in his shoes. But fear not for Preston, he was in no pain. Instead, he's a zombie in search of some brains. Pretty cool little horror-filled poetry. I think it was two horror blocks ago. It was a book. I keep saying Run Rabbit Run, but it's Rabbit in Red, I believe it was. I'm actually in the process of reading it. It's a decent book. I'm gonna do a review of it when I'm done. But that's cool that they're kind of incorporating different aspects of the genre, because that's like that's something like I think it's horror on her channel. She says, you know, horror is not a genre, it's a lifestyle, and it really is. Like, there's so much to horror. Like, everyone just thinks horror and they just right away assume, you know, slasher movies, zombie movies. There's so much more to it. Like, all the authors, just everything. Like, I mean, now you have horror poetry coming out and everything, and it's just cool to see all the different actual aspects of horror. That's pretty cool. A recyclable, one of the bags, the reusable bags, I guess it is. It's a little skinny, but it is Amityville Horror. That's actually pretty cool. Nerd exclusive block. That's actually awesome looking. I would never. Oh, weren't they supposed to do like a? There was something that they're talking about with Amityville Horror. All right, well, I'm looking in here. Let's see. Oh, we have an Amityville Horror pin too. That's cool. It's the house with the windows. That's actually pretty cool. The house they used to film, I believe, was down somewhere in southern New Jersey. I mean, obviously Amityville takes place in Long Island, but the house with the windows, I believe, I want to say it was in Tom's River or Seaside. It was somewhere around there. A brick maybe. But supposedly the people changed their house because they had so many people driving up and taking pictures and filming videos of it that they actually changed it. So those windows, I believe, aren't there anymore. I mean, it's up there for horror movies as most iconic houses. I mean, it's probably up there with 1248, I was going to say. Oh, man, why can't I remember what it is? 1224 Elm Street. Which, if you ever want to take a cool ride, and if you're ever in Los Angeles, go to Genevieve Street, because that's where the Elm Street house is, and it's just something very cool to see. So let's see what this horror shirt is. Looks like, is that a Purge shirt? I can't tell. It looks like the Purge logo up in the eyes. I will tell on the blog. That's actually a pretty cool looking shirt, though. Even if it wasn't a horror shirt, that's just an actual cool looking shirt. Reminds me of those Obey shirts, which actually the Obey shirt that they came out with last time, which was from They Live. People actually thought that was the company Obey, not realizing that it's from a movie, which is kind of sad. I mean, that's something that people should know. I mean, that's for a horror movie. The shirt is The Purge. Yep. Okay, I got that one right. All right, so you got the Amityville Horror tote bag. You got the Vault of Macabre poetry, Silent Retreat DVD, the Penny Dreadful keychain, the Amityville Horror house pin, of course, Room Morgue, and the Purge t-shirt. And the Room Morgue, I actually wanted to check this one out because they have Raw on there, which Raw is getting a lot of publicity in horror circles because of it's supposed to be really good, a French coming-of-age cannibal movie. But I remember hearing about it a year ago. Everybody talking about it when it was starting to. I think it just got finished. It was starting to go through all the festivals, and everybody was talking about it being this really good movie. And French horror is something that is very well done when they focus on it, I guess. I mean, there was a period there where France was just pumping out all the good horror movies, and it slowed down in recent years. So hopefully this restarts it. It's always good. I mean, and I guess I'm being xenophobic, but America, I think, does produce the best horror films and everything. That was a different case in the 70s and 60s when you had Hammer producing everything. But from in maybe a little bit in the Italian in the late 70s, early 80s. But for a while there in 2000s with like High Tension and Malefique and Inside and Martyrs and all those movies coming out of France, you had a while there where France was the king of gory horror, if not horror by itself. So hopefully that is going to restart it. And that is it. Beginning, I did my little Oscar thing, and you get the horror block we're opening. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like this, please subscribe. Give me a like. Give me a comment, even if it's that I'm not doing a good job and you want to call me out on something. Go back and forth with me. Let's debate. But if so, I hope you did enjoy this. And if not, I'll catch you on the flip side anyway.